off-road today. It's a long race. There will be a lot of pit stops. So just go out there, do what you got to do. No mistakes. That's the big thing today. Just no mistakes.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to Season 34 of the Pokemon Cup Series. We are here at Kentucky Speedway for the running of the Quaker State 400. Evan Hunter, who won the Daytona 500 earlier this season, starts on the pole in tonight's race. It'll be a 26-lap race around this tough track. You may notice it's a little different than the other track we're used to going to. That's because I have a different layout, and this is the night version for Kentucky Speedway. That way it fits with the Cup Series race in real life, and we have a different layout and a different design, so hopefully the AI cars will be a lot better than it was last season, which was very controversial at the end. But hopefully it'll be a lot better racing overall than what we had last season. But anyway, Evan Hunter leads the field to the green flag. We're underway here at Kentucky Speedway in the Quaker State 400. And in second right now is Igor Barreto. He just moved up to the second position. Nice cameras, by the way, at Kentucky. It's a really nice view from here. Here's Jonathan Fast, just took second place away. Fast now in the 47, he just took second away from the number 2. And 37, Barreto just pulled away, so JTG is running 1-2 right now at Kentucky to kick things off here tonight. Only Evan Hunter had the win at Daytona, as Jonathan Fast, he was actually the runner-up at Atlanta in our last race. So now the two teammates battle out for a position, and we got ourselves a pile-up. Whoa, massive pile-up. Oh boy, we got to go back and see what happened. Oh boy, Riley Spurleytube got into the 12, and they all started to spin. And then that's where the pile-up began. Look at all those cars piled up. Man, an ugly scene here. That brings out the caution for the first time today. Evan Hunter leads to the yellow flag here at Kentucky. 1-2 right now, like I said, from JTG. And we might see some pit stops. And as Jonathan Fast decided to pit under yellow, but Evan Hunter chooses to stay out to retain the lead. So Evan Hunter, I wonder what strategy he's going to be using here to start off. Might just use a one pit stop strategy. We'll see if it works for him at the very end. And Jonathan Fast looks like he might need 1 or 2 pit stops to make it through to the end. So here we go. Evan Hunter is going to take the lead, and the green flag waves again. As you see, only 6 cars were out of that wreck. That pileup only took out 6 cars. Very unusual, but I thought there were going to be a lot more cars retired from that huge, massive pileup. But apparently not. And look at Marcus Sachi. He's just moved up to second spot. And he gets the move on Christian Vargas. And now Sachi's up to the second position. And Jonathan Fast is trying to get back into possibly contend for the win. He's battling for third place against Vargas. Fast is running on fresher tires. We'll see if he has the advantage. And here comes Sachi for the lead. Gonna dive down, trying to get the drafting help. And Marcus Sachi just might have taken it, and he still hasn't done it yet. He's about to. Jonathan Fast gonna follow in his trail. And Marcus Sachi finally clears Evan Hunter for the lead. Evan Hunter down to third place. Here comes Fast, running on those fresher tires. Jonathan Fast, he pitted under the yellow flag with fresher tires on. He's going to make the pass on Marcus Sachi. Look like Sachi there will try to fight back on the high line, but Jonathan Fast, the bottom line is almost always better in any Inter-Town 3 race. And Jonathan Fast gets the race lead. Roger Ray is now fourth. Oh, look at Sachi going low, trying to get it back. But Fast able to block him. And as I mentioned earlier, Roger Ray running in the 4th position, trying to get that first win of the season to get himself in the playoffs. As remember, a win gets you in automatically into the playoffs no matter what. So a win gets you in automatically, and there's no set limit to how many playoff drivers there could be. Which is really going to be a fun format for this season. We're going to see all the winners compete for a title. It's going to be fun to see. There's a battle position here, top 5, as the 42 of Sebastian Kukulon makes his way through. And we see cars coming off pit road right now from the pileup we had earlier. They're still trying to fix whatever damage that the pileup left behind them. And this might affect the leaders that are in front right now, trying to get by the slower cars. And oh, Kukulon down low, he's gonna try to get that bump, trying to get by Evan Hunter. And Jonathan Fast still trying to hang on to that lead halfway through the race. He knows he's got some traffic ahead of him. There might be some dirty air there. That might be an opportunity for Sachi to make his move. There you see the awesome views Kentucky Speedway has. Love this layout, by the way. Love the design of this Kentucky. So wide, it's really fine detailed. And now a battle for 3rd place is Kukulon. Oh no, 4th place, I'm sorry, 4th. Sebastian Kukulon makes his way up to 4th, trying to build up to a top 5 finish. These guys might have to come down pit road later, a couple laps later. Some of them took 1 stop and others took just no stops. So they're all gonna have to pit sometime in this race. There's Cody Smart battling with the 8 car of Ryan Butcher. And as you can see, Butcher running a Dale Earnhardt Jr. like paint scheme for this race. There you see him in the 8 car. It was one of the very few 8 paint schemes I could find for this mod, so bear with me. Marcus Sachi just took the race lead away, and he just didn't waste any time, found an opening and just took it. Well, looks like the leaders might not be catching up the lap cars after all, since they've really gotten some leverage between them. So guess that dirty air must have gone away, and Sachi made the right move at the right time to get that pass. So Roger Ray is now up to 3rd place. Ray is trying to work his way up to possibly another win here today. And there's that top 5 as Yin Canario just made his way into the top 5. Almost into the top 5. 11 laps to go. Oh, and here we go. They're going to be pitting. The leader comes down. Jonathan Fast going to stay out to take the race lead again. He was one of the drivers that pitted under caution. We'll see how long those tires will last. Sachi and Ray came down pit road now, so now it's going to come down to pit strategy. We've only had 1 caution this entire race compared to the many cautions we had in our last season's race here at Kentucky, and it ended in controversial fashion as well, so hopefully it won't end like that this time around. And Vargas coming down, so is the 34 Diego Yepes, and so is the 2 of Igor Barreto and Daniel Bouchard in the 96. Handful of cars come down. Doesn't seem that the 47 is going to be coming down in this lap or maybe next lap. Maybe he'll get a few more laps out of those tires and fuel, but he will have to come down pit road eventually in order to ensure that he finishes the race without running out of gas. Brandon Tharp is now moved to 2nd, and more cars come down as Ryan Butcher leads the other pack of cars down to pit road. Just 8 laps to go here at Kentucky, and still the 47 in front We'll see if he comes down on this lap or maybe next lap, and it looks like he's going to be coming down on this lap. So there he goes. Jonathan Fast is on pit road right now, coming down this lap. Brandon Tharp follows with him. So right now, Jonathan Fast is still scored as the race leader in the 47 car. He just took the stripe as the leader with 7 laps to go, and now we'll see if he'll still come off pit road and be the leader. Now he's going to have to get his tires and fuel. We'll see how things pan out. And he comes off pit road right now, so does Brandon Tharp. Let's see where they're going to be starting. We're going to be joining the track at. See if Jonathan Fast can rejoin the track as the leader. Looks like Marcus Sachi right now, 3rd place now, and here he comes. Sachi for the lead. Can he get him from Fast? Gonna have to move up high. And it looks like Sachi just made the pass on Fast, and now he has retaken the lead with 6 laps to go. So he was able to overcome the 47 coming off pit road in his pit strategy, and Marcus Sachi able to continue to lead the race. Looks like Roger Ray might want to try to get second from Jonathan Fast, as Fast is still trying to warm up the tires. Roger Ray pitted along with Sachi, and Roger Ray's easily going to get by Jonathan Fast for 2nd place on less colder tires. Just 5 laps to go here at Kentucky Speedway. How about Sebastian Kukulon, now possibly a top 5 finish in hand. And John Andrews moves up to the 5th spot in the number 9. Just goes to show you how much positions can change on pit road. But Marcus Sachi, though, didn't lose. He lost the lead only for a few laps to Jonathan Fast because he had to pit. Now he's back out in front. 4 laps to go for the number 3 car. And right now his lead is almost a second ahead of the 32, so as long as he stays in line and does not mess up, he'll be good to go. There's Roger Ray trying to close in on the 3 for the win here in the final 4 laps. Or 3.5 laps, realistically, I should say. And both of them have stayed level. And if Sachi can stay level with the 32 or be faster than him in the next 3 laps, he'll be able to hold on for the win. And John Andrews comes down pit road, and there goes his chance of getting a top 5 finish. So Brandon Tharp is now 6, and Yin Canarium has moved up to the top 5. How about that? But anyway, 3 laps to go for car number 3. Doesn't look like any lap traffic's going to affect the leaders now. Unless if there's overtime, though. There is still possibly overtime. That could happen. The last 2 races have ended in overtime, so there's still a possibility that could happen. 2 laps to go. Marcus Sachi's had an up and down career in the Pokemon Cup series. He's been so close a couple times, along with the same team from Jay Jefferson and Joe Jefferson. He's really good friends with those two who are competing in the X and Truck series. And now Marcus Sachi is just a lap away from finally getting that win here in the Cup series. White flag in the air for Marcus Sachi with 1 lap to go for car number 3. Can he give RCR their first win of the season? Sachi's had overall the best car of the day, and he just led early on, and after pit stops he came off as the leader and has not looked back ever since. Down the final corner, and he's finally going to do it. Marcus Sachi is going to get his first career Pokemon Cup Series win in the Quaker State 400 at Kentucky Speedway. So Marcus Sachi finally wins in the Pokemon Cup Series, and the Jeffersons are surely going to be very happy. Their friend ended up winning it here in the Cup Series. At long last, Marcus Sachi is #1 here today. And he wins at Kentucky in a dominating fashion. No one could stop him all day, even on pit stops. And Sachi gets a well-deserved win here today at Kentucky. You can pause the video to find where you finished in this race. And our next weekend is going to take us to Las Vegas as PCS Goes West begins, when all 3 series head over to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to be a lot of drivers gambling for that win to get in the playoffs. So who will roll the dice, and who's going to get the lucky numbers? You're about to find out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for when races come up. And we'll see you guys at Las Vegas as the PCS Goes West will be beginning that weekend. See you then.